If you like Philly cheesesteaks and if you like sloppy joes, these Sammys are for you.
All the classic beefy flavors mixed together with some yummy melty cheese.
Pile them high and get ready for lots of oohs and ahs.
They may be sloppy, but boy, are they good. They are so good.
I've said that about you before.
Totally.
Oh, these are so good. I love a good sloppy joe and I love a good Philly cheesesteak. Let's bring them together.
Put them together.
Oh, it's going to be
It is mashup time.
It is a Sammy to write home about. Okay, I've got 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. You could also use olive oil here, and I've got this over medium heat. So what we're going to do is we've got this is like a medium-sized onion that I've chopped. It's about a cup. We want to get that classic Philly cheesesteak flavor with the onion, and
onion
where they begin to caramelize.
Yes.
Now we know that's a wit, right? I think they say in Philly if you want it with onions.
Yeah.
If you don't, if you hate onions, like people we know, then you can just leave the onions out, just like you do in Philly cheesesteak. But we do want to get these sort of caramelizing a little bit before we start adding other things. So I'm going to crank the heat up to medium high, and we're going to let these go for about 15 minutes until they start to turn golden brown, and then we start adding other things. Okay, so see how these are just kind of starting to turn golden brown, and we're not getting them like deeply caramelized. Now we're going to add, again, this is optional, this is a green bell pepper. When we do Philly cheesesteaks, we don't usually add green bell peppers.
No.
But a lot, oh, wow, okay. We know how you feel about it.
But hey, we're doing a mashup, folks.
We are, and with the Sloppy Joes, anything goes. That should be a song. Anyway, so that was 1 green bell pepper that I chopped. This is a secret ingredient, guys. You may be thinking, what? That's not in a Philly cheesesteak. These are like a cup, about 4 ounces of finely chopped mushroom. It does not give like a really strong mushroom flavor. There's just something about the texture that it brings the loose ground beef kind of together, so it has a very similar texture to Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, exactly. And I was very leery of this.
He was skeptical, to say the least.
When he first started doing that. And but I'm a believer.
He's a believer. He's a believer.
I'm a believer.
It really is good. And I should say, when we published our Philly cheesesteaks, everyone from Philly was like, they're really good, except in Philly, we don't call them Philly cheesesteaks. So, point taken. Okay, we're going to let this cook until those mushrooms...
I mean, look, that even looks like meat.
It does, I know. I know mushrooms have a very meaty kind of texture to them.
Yeah.
And that umami flavor.
Totally.
So we're going to let this cook until these peppers get nice and soft and the mushrooms begin to release their liquid. It's already about to happen, so we'll be back soon. Okay, so this has been going, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. So just getting it nice and soft. And that liquid comes out and then it kind of reabsorbs it, which is just fine. Now we're going to add the star of the show. This is our ground beef. This is a pound of ground beef. I went with 90% lean. You could do 85, just because there's flavor there in that.
There is some flavor in there.
There is. And so we're going to cook this until it's no longer pink, and then we'll drain off the grease.
Yeah, and while that's browning, I'm going to butter my buns. We like to use a brioche bun. They're pretty and they're tasty too.
They go well with this. I mean, you can certainly be super traditional and do these in like a hoagie roll that you do your Philly cheesesteaks on. Whatever is your favorite roll.
Yeah.
We've tried them all, and I don't know.
These are great. This is like a sloppy joe.
They are like a sloppy joe.
And then I'm going to sputter these because we're going to toast these on the skillet.
Yeah. They're best when they're toasted.
Yes.
You can do that on the skillet, or you can do it in your toaster oven. You can do it on the grill.
We like it on the skillet because then you can control the brownness.
That's true.
It's much... And it's prettier.
It is.
I like a pretty toasted bun.
I do too. So we're going to cook this until it's no longer pink, and then we'll come back and add these delicious seasonings. Okay, so we cook these until it, like I said, no longer pink. Like I said, I will use 90% lean, so I didn't render a lot of grease, so I just got a paper towel, soaked up most of it. You want to leave a little in it because there's flavor. So now we're going to make this good and beefy. This is a cup of beef stock. Most sloppy joes are like tomato-based. They're either like, a lot of the time you use ketchup, which is delicious, or tomato sauce. We want to keep these true to the Philly cheesesteak, so we're going to make them really beefy.
Yes, beef flavor.
This is, you don't tell anyone, but that's a 1/4 cup of good old steak sauce.
I love that.
I want to make them beefy. And this is 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce.
That is beefy.
That is beefy. Just to keep that onion flavor going, I've got a teaspoon of onion powder, and then I have got a couple of cloves of garlic that I've minced, and we are just going to stir them. That smells so good.
And I went over to the stove and I got my cast iron good and hot, and I toasted these up.
Keep an eye, if you're going brioche, keep an eye on them because they
go fast.
They do toast quickly.
Yes.
And now, so Philly cheesesteaks, there's one thing I cannot stand. It's an under-seasoned Philly cheesesteak.
Totally.
So I'm adding 2 teaspoons of salt. I would recommend starting with maybe teaspoon and a half, and then taste it, and then if you want to add. But we want we want that seasoning to be there.
Yes, we want it to be. I mean, if you haven't checked out our Philly cheesesteak, our cheesesteak for our Philly friends,
I know, right.
on our blog. Oh my gosh,
it's the real
or
deal.
check the YouTube video out too.
It's so good. So now we're going to make a slurry. We want to kind of thicken this up a little bit, make it really almost saucy. So we're making a cornstarch slurry. So what I'm doing is I've got a tablespoon of cornstarch and a tablespoon of just tap water, cool tap water, and I've mixed this up. And what this is going to do, it's going to thicken it up just a little bit.
Thicken that up.
I'm going to turn this heat down just a little bit, and we're just going to add it in.
Yes.
Now go ahead and stir that.
Yes.
Doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look just luxurious?
That looks. I could dive right into that.
I know, it's insane. So we're going to. So now. We're getting really, really close. This is one of my favorite parts. We're going to start adding the cheese here before too long.
Stars. Oh, my stars. I can't take it. I can't take it. And we're using provolone today.
Yeah, when we did massive amounts. I mean, we used to live close to Philly, so we had our fair share of Philly cheesesteaks, and we had friends and local Philly cheesesteak experts tell us what to do.
Yes, they did.
They did.
Very opinionated.
They are, but they should be. I mean, it's their deal.
Yeah.
So, but I do know that American white cheese is very, very popular. There's a brand called Cooper's. That's what we use for our Philly cheesesteaks. But another cheese that is super popular is provolone. And then another one is Cheese Whiz.
Yeah. You have to say Wit Prove, don't you?
I think so, Wit Prove or Wit Whiz.
Yeah.
So, okay, now you see how this has got thickened up nicely? So what's going to happen next is when we add this cheese, the Wit cheese, it's going to really thicken up. Wit Prove, right, sorry. It's going to just become the perfect consistency of Sloppy Joes.
Totally.
Which is what we want.
Yes.
So I'm going to now turn off the heat. We've got 5, I'm just going to turn that off, I was turning it up. We've got 5 slices of provolone cheese, and I'm just going to place them right in here. If you like it extra cheesy, go with 6. I mean, you could even do up to 8 if you want to.
Right there in the middle there. Oh, there we go.
But what's going to happen is that's just going to melt, and I've got my lid here, and you want to just let that sit for a few minutes, like maybe off the heat, like 5 minutes. That's going to melt, and then we bring it all together for.
And make a sandwich.
Oh my gosh, sloppy goodness. Okay, this is my favorite part next to eating it.
It is. That is some melted cheese.
It's nice and melty. Now let's bring it all together.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's where the sloppy comes into play.
This is where things get nice and sloppy and gooey.
The sloppy and the cheese.
Every possible good way you could ever imagine. That looks so good. I know.
We've got napkins just in case.
I know.
Just in case.
Just in cases.
Oh, wow.
So good. So keep stirring. So you can make this, this reheated even with the cheese is delicious. We've been eating these for a while now.
Oh, yeah.
But you can also, if you want to, make the meat mixture way ahead of time and then just reheat it on the stove and then add the cheese up at the last minute. The kiddos, I know.
I'm dying.
I love all the stringiness.
Oh, tell me when you're ready. This is going to be real sloppy.
It is going to be sloppy.
I might need a fork.
It's going to be all good.
Okay, I'm coming this way.
Okay.
All right, Chris. Put her right there.
If you like it, look at that. That's a cheese pull.
Okay.
If you like it a little less loose, you could do a little more of a cornstarch slurry to make it thicker. But
oh, we love the sloppy. We love the sloppy. Look at that, Chris. Okay. Yo.
I know.
I am dying. Let me make sure that you're in a good position. A good position.
This is amazing. It's so cheesy.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, I love a good cheese pull, and this gives about the best there is.
dying. I'm dying. You good? You
I
good?
am more than. I'm going to be about a whole lot better here in about
I know.
2 seconds.
Keep
Thank
this
you.
handy.
Yeah, keep them handy. They'll call them sloppy for nothing.
Y'all. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Here we
yes.
go.
Oh,
That is so good.
Y'all, that is.
Off the charts.
I can't even. You get the sloppy Joe. You get the taste of the Philly.
cheesesteak. Those caramelized onions. And I love a good sandwich. There's nothing better than a good Sammy.
Oh, I'm dying.
I know.
That is like a 1,000,000,000% Loon approved. Like my favorite thing.
I know. It's so good.
These are a few of my favorite things.
We love it, we love it, we love it, we love it, and we love you. Make Philly Cheesesteak Sloppy Joes.
Do it. Well,
Man,
maybe we should do like P. Or what? I was trying to do like an acronym for it. I guess that. Anyway, make a sloppy
Anyway,
Joe.
all right, bye everybody.